Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for my June favorites. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Starting with this, I don't know if I mentioned it last month, but I have been using it pretty much every day, especially in the summer. It's a CHANTECAILLE, oh, this is an older one, I need to get a new one going. The Anti-Pollution Mattifying Cream. I just apply it to the T-zone area. It helps to smooth out. Okay, there's someone drilling or something, or sawing, or they're doing something very loud. And I'm not sure how long this is gonna last. But we're gonna keep going, and I'll pause if I need to. So what I was saying is that it smooths over my pores. It really helps, especially with the oilier parts of my face in the summer. So I apply it right before I apply makeup. I forgot to mention this, I will apply this underneath my makeup as well. I've been loving it. It's the Daily Brightening UV Defense Sunscreen. It brightens an even skin tone. And I know that I also use something called Even Up that has a brightening element to it. But this one is more friendly to makeup. It doesn't impact the appearance of makeup. So I'm really liking this. I have been using it every day and it has done very well using various foundations. That has been a favorite, and my skin seems to be looking so much better day by day. I'm seeing more progress. Speaking of brightening, this also has become a favorite, and it's almost, there's only a few left in there. It's by Common Air. They are new to the market, but they have already won so many awards. So congratulations to Common Air for all of their success so early on. Really impressive. I'm just looking at their claims, and I'll tell you what I've experienced as well. So it improves the appearance of dullness, dark spots, and aging. So one thing I really did notice is that when I use this, the day after, my skin is not only brighter and the spots look diminished, but my skin is very soft. And if you haven't seen this before, let me just show you. They come in these individual capsules that are biodegradable, and I'll be traveling with these. Another one is coming, so thank you so much, Carrie. So those two things, the suppleness of my skin and the reduced appearance of discoloration and more even skin tone, are things that I'm so impressed with this. One thing I do with skincare too is that I will just put it in front of my husband to try out, and he doesn't even know what's what. But when I introduced this, after a few days, he said, you know those things that I'm trying out? I said, the capsules for the vitamin C? He said, yeah. He said, my skin is really soft and shaving is much easier in the morning. It's also almost the only product that he's ever tried where he said, did you order more? Because we were running out. That's why this went a little faster too, because both of us were using this, because I think there's 60 in here. So I thought it was funny, out of all the products he's used before, this was one of the products that he really was interested in and had something to say. There are a few though that he really does love, and maybe we'll include his favorites someday, but this has quickly become one of his favorites as well. Now the reason I use it at night is because this has more of a viscous kind of quality to it, so it does take some time to absorb into the skin, and me, I don't wake up early enough to take the time to let it absorb before I put on makeup, so that's why I use this one in the evening. Also use it as a placeholder, like I used the Charlotte Tilbury before. So after a swim and I wash my face, and I'll just put this on because it is really nice and hydrating, that I don't need to follow up really quickly with my evening routine. So I'll put this on at that point as well. It does have it's like a nutty kind of fragrance. Anything I've tried that's more natural tends to have a more natural fragrance as well, because they don't add anything to combat that. So in order to eliminate a natural fragrance, most of the time, some kind of other fragrance has to be introduced. So they kept it as is. So just know there is a very natural element to its fragrance. That has found a permanent spot in my skincare routine. So I've been loving this combination. I've used it in a couple of videos, and then actually after I filmed one of the videos, we went to an event and it was really warm there, but this performed quite well. It's the combination of the Sublimage L'Essence de Tint and then the Water Fresh Tint. So I've got medium plus and then B40 for my shades, and I have it on now, so I'll show you in the get ready with me if you missed the other Chanel videos. But I really love this because it's nice and lightweight. It It has the finish of both of these combined, so you get a little bit of that glow, a little bit of dewiness, not too much, but mostly I love the lightweight feel of it, especially for the summer, but when I want a little bit more coverage. And I really do just apply it just to the center of my face. I'm already getting a little bit hot in here. You can see how it becomes a little dewier after I've powdered, and then, as I said, it gets hotter. But I looked in the mirror after several hours and it still looked really nice. So you might want to try this if you have this combination just for the summer, because I love this foundation, but in order to lighten the weight a little bit, applying this with it is nice. You could go in with just this, but if I want a little bit more coverage, I'll introduce this as well. For my concealers, they pretty much stayed the same. I'll list them below and then I will show you in the Get Ready With Me, but it's more of the same. Clé de Peau, Sisley, Chantecaille, La Prairie. So those are my 4 concealers I continue to love. Oh, I wanted to mention this brow product. It's the Chantecaille Full Brow Perfecting Gel and Tint. I've had a while to try it out now and it has become a favorite of mine. It's for a more natural hold. Nothing too volumizing there compared to some of the other products I've used before, but it does a really nice job of just getting pretty brows in place and not being too heavy. I know I can tend to go heavy sometimes on the brows, and I look at the video like, oh, okay, that was a lot. But this does a nice job of getting those brows in place without adding too much volume. So very nice. I'd love to try the clear version of this as well. And then for this blush, I just loved the way it looked. I wanted to wear it again, so I of course applied it. It's a Éclat de Peau. Oh my gosh. It's really hot in here. I think I'm trying to talk fast because it's so warm. It's a Éclat de Peau 102, and I don't know if it has a name, does it? No. This is such a stunning blush. It has the prettiest glow to it without being sparkly or shimmery. I have it on right now. I have both shades on. Beautiful. So if you're wondering about a blush from Éclat de Peau, this one was the first one I tried. I tried on another one. I love the combination here because there's nothing shimmery in either one of these. In the other one that I tried recently, you'll see it in the video. I think I posted it on Thursday maybe. You'll see that one of the shades has a little bit of shimmer in there, but I love the finish on both of these shades here, and it's just such a pretty color. I think this will work on a lot of people. I'm warm toned and I feel like this is cool toned, but it still has such a pretty vibrance about it that I think it works really, really well. I had to mention the Sisley Sun Glow Bronzing Gel Powder. I've used it quite a bit this month and I just love the tone of this bronzer as well as the subtle glow. There is a bit of glow, so you have to like that. It has such a nice warmth about it. Yeah, I can't say enough about this bronzer. It looks pretty every time I apply it. This may be one of the few bronzers that I ever hit pan on because I use this all the time. So for my favorite eyeshadow palette, I picked this. It's fairly new. It's the Chanel 378. And I loved this one because I really don't have these colors. I looked at my Dior palettes to see because I thought maybe this was like Pink Sakura, but I looked and it's not. It's not like it. This is slightly similar, this shade right here. Wait, let me see. So these 2 shades right here were the ones that reminded me of each other. This one's got a little bit more shimmer. This one's a little bit more matte, but the colors look similar. And then someone asked me about blurry mauve, so I can look for that. I couldn't find it. It's here somewhere, but I'll swatch them in case they look similar. So I do love these colors though, and I feel like you can do a lot with this palette. So today I used just these 2 shades here and I didn't use these 2 at all. So we got a different look here just using these 2, and I think that that is sufficient for actually a couple of looks. So I take you through 2 different looks using these 2 shades in the Get Ready With Me if you want to see that. Now I do really like the other one. I know that some people don't like it because it is more sheer. It's very different than any other Chanel palette that I have, although similar to other items that I have in different lines. Not all together. So if you like that aesthetic, it's very specific. I remember those Dior palettes came out, the really beautiful ones with like the flower print on them. They had that same sheerness to it, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Hollywood Eyes thing, I can't remember the name. Those are more sheer, and so it's a taste thing, I think. I don't think these are terrible. I think they're nice. They're just different though. So you have to know what you're getting into here. I wish I had the other ones that we didn't get, although I think they were available for a short time in the spring to compare those for you. I don't have it, but I really do like these. So I haven't used it as much as this, but I will continue to use these because I think those are great daily shades. And then the other things I purchased from Chanel, the new eyeliners, Gris Graphite, I think is a great addition. It's more unusual to find this shade, so I think this is quite unique. Khaki, I can't even remember the name of it, khaki something. The khaki one, can't remember the name of it. That one's pretty too. I think this one is more unique though. So I would recommend the gray one. I still haven't used the other green one that I picked up, but this one, like I said, is more unique. Really pretty in the waterline, so that is definitely a favorite as well. And I have that in today. Oh, a favorite fragrance, you already saw this in the haul, is You or Someone Like You. It has that bergamot mint, really fresh and airy, although there's like a water element as well. I just love wearing this during the day. It smells so clean. And then this other one that was sent by Twisted Lily. Thank you so much, Twisted Lily. They sent me those samples and then said let them know what my favorite one was. So we went with this one. This is Basilico and Fellini, and it is such a beautiful scent. I did take a good week or so before I decided this is the one that I wanted, but I noticed out of all the samples I had, that's the one I kept going for whenever I had an opportunity to wear a fragrance. This was the one. Well, this one and You or Someone Like You were the two, so they are the most empty out of all of the ones that I have. I love this for the summer, and you do get 10% off Twisted Lily in case you'd like to pick something up. I recommend if you would like to try out fragrance like me, I like to try out fragrance, so I would purchase samples first. Or if there's a fragrance you know you already love, you can go ahead and purchase that. But I personally like to try them out for at least a good week before I decide. But you can get 10% off at Twisted Lily. If you've not heard of Twisted Lily, they carry niche fragrances. And that's what I love most about them, is that they carry fragrances that not everybody has. So I like that unique aspect of niche fragrance. I think it makes it really special. So that's why I love Twisted Lily, because they carry so many niche fragrances. So I think 10% off helps quite a bit when it comes to these price points. So make sure to use the promo in case you are purchasing a niche fragrance, or if you want to order some samples first to try them out. I'm actually gonna insert an image of the box that this arrives in because it's such a pretty presentation as well. And I think this bottle is really unusual because of its stature here, although it's good for someone like me because anything tall, I tend to knock over if it's sitting on the counter. I'm clumsy. So since this is such a short bottle, this is going to have a good chance of not getting knocked over on my vanity. So thank you so much again, Twisted Lily, for sending this over. I have a couple of favorite lips and you'll see them both in the Get Ready With Me. I've got this Chantecaille lip tint in Madeira. It is really hydrating, and I love the size of this. It's perfect for putting in your bag. Actually, when we travel, I'll bring this one with me. I love how hydrating it is. It is a very luxurious balm, but this one has enough pigment in it that you can see it when I apply it. And then this, which I kind of rediscovered because I was trying to find something to pair with this palette, and it is 617. It's one of the Velvet formulas by Chanel. I usually prefer more glossy looking or more traditional lipstick formulas, but I really love that this is a Velvet formula, because I know when I have deeper or more intense shades and there's too much of a gloss finish on it, it can be a little bit too much. So I really like that this is a velvet finish. And then I've been trying out the Pvolve. I know I talked about this last month. So I actually tried out, I think it was one of the later sessions, they had another item that they used in terms of equipment that I didn't have, and they have a handful of them. Like, I already have a matte, so I didn't need to buy the matte. But they had this, it's called the P3 trainer. This is just the bag. Weighted ball thing on there. And then it has this resistance band type thing. And then these straps for your ankles. So that one looked like you got quite a, like a full body workout with it. So I did purchase that. I noticed they had here education discounts. So this school year, students and educators get 50% off everything. And then also first responders discount. Get 50% off everything with a special discount just for you, medical professionals, first responders. I will leave the link below in case you're interested, but I thought that was a really great offer for those who qualify for that. Plus they also have other discounts along the way. If you just look, I'll indicate if I see anything else available, but I believe it applies to equipment as well as the classes. What I like the most about this is they have a library of classes and you can choose by the equipment. So I've been looking for things that involve that last piece of equipment, the P3, I think. And then also you can look at length of time because that's important to me. I don't want to be sitting there for 2 hours working out. So you can look, I've had some workouts that were 15 minutes and some that were, I picked one that was 25 minutes today. You can look at beginner or advanced. So there are lots of choices. It's high intensity, low impact. I like this because it maximizes the time that you do spend working out because you're working so many different parts at the same time. There's a lot of emphasis on the core as well. I'm not someone who's going to go to a gym, and the only other thing I think that might work for me is a personal trainer, but there are no guarantees I'd actually make it there. So it's more ideal for me to work at home. I just prefer that than going to a gym. So this works out really well for me. So I will leave a link below in case you're interested, but I did want to let you know that I'm enjoying it. And then I have here one pair of the linen joggers from H&M, and I don't typically shop H&M. It's not something I normally do. However, I did need some summer staples, things that I could wash over and over again and not worry about them being so delicate. But in this case, I just need to be able to put them in the washer and the dryer and not worry about them. And I picked up this one in small. I have they're like a sage color in medium. So I'll actually show you the medium compared to the small in case you're interested. I'm about between a 4 and a 6. So usually I will pick medium and my legs are longer anyway. I thought medium would be better, but it's a little bit too baggy for me. Good for when I have something more sleek on top, but I prefer the size small. So I actually did order a pair in navy and a pair in black as well. I have been wearing those on repeat. In fact, a lot of the things I picked up from H&M, which is surprising, I've been wearing on repeat over and over and over again. So although I don't prescribe to fast fashion, I do believe in purchasing things that I will wear time and time again. So these won't just be for this summer, they'll be for the next summer and the next summer. And even in the spring, they're just so comfortable and so easy to wear, and they have this elastic band, but there's still a way to get them to look put together at the same time without looking too much like pajamas. And I did want to mention this, I just purchased this the other day, but Brooks Brothers is having the most amazing sale right now. This is $69.99 marked down from $228. I love the attention to detail. The quality of the fabric is really beautiful. You can see that the stripes are embedded in the actual weaving of the fabric. And then you can see all the little details. You can remove the tie at the top if you want, and you can wear it open. But I love how it is below the knee and also that it has sleeves. Those are two of the things I look for when it comes to dresses. And you can see how the stripes really guide the eye and the darts really help as well. So if you're looking for some really nice dresses, I would check out the Brooks Brothers sale right now because I just stumbled upon it when my husband needed some slacks and we walked in there. I saw this dress and I thought it was so cute. I did post it on the community tab, but I thought I'd show you here as well so you could see a little bit more styling. I was just in the dressing room while I tried it on, but I wanted to give you a closer look at this one. So I'll leave the link below in case you're interested. That is it for my June favorites. I'd love to know what you've been loving. Please leave them in the comments section below. But that's it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Nope. This one has a little more shimmer in it. This one's pretty